Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
We're going to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits. It makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged on the outside. It's Horton.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
He'll pull it down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down and get some positive yards.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Armstrong. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Shager. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. 1st down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Richardson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He's going to pass. Coming after him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
Wants to throw on 1st down. moving away from pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of times you roll your quarterback to the right or to the left, and in this case, the right. And you're trying to get him outside the pocket to buy him a little bit of time, get him off that spot, take some deep shots, and he missed, but it was a nice shot down the field.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
He's shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run, he can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back end in coverage. That time in the cover two look, doing a great job with his eyes. He also shows you off the ball skills, making that play.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I like how this offense throws to their running backs in different areas of the field. It's not always going to be to the perimeter. It's not always going to be screens, but they can attack the middle of the field, too, using these angle routes. Nice play.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down. To the air, it's Jordan. Got his man in the middle. Tackled, but he has a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! The defense with the scoop and score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Try and play action. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14, Alabama
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Going to try to get it himself. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. Give to the running back. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He's moving out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jordan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front.
You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Running it back, it's Harris. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Turns it on at midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They go to the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Alabama 9.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Quarterback adapting. He's going to take off. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Wants to throw. It's Shager. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Firing to the right, complete. Powers through. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown time. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
From the gun, looking for a man. Getting some heat. Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, 2-possession lead, and makes it easy to play defense.
That's got got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. Now the play fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Shager. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. The stop is... Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, what a big catch on third down. Going up, catching the football, understanding where you're at, now getting a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the receiver.
Feeling some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. There's a live football. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Wide out in motion. The handoff to Johnson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short, in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated. Now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Bond. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
He tries to take the top off. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's grinding stool. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Ripping through the defense. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. To throw, it's Reed. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Ruled out of bounds at the 33. Offense facing 4th down.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, still looking. And they got him. A sack.
Yeah, I set up a spot. Yeah. Now when I decide to keep a spot, now my defense know what to do. Yeah, boy. Oh, I thought I was in a party.
LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee. It's down here for the offense. The back goes in motion. RPO complete to open the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Offense set on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Chubb. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmaker.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man cover.
Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. And there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get over there.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll give it to Johnson. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the game scored.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to get to it. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. And a lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on their recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same five-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Barges ahead. He's not going to get in. The two-point conversion attempt is no good, and the lead remains at 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Jordan. Unloads it downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national champion.
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, LSU! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to add another. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Rolls onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing.
Lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Shager. Coming after it. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Using his legs, it's Chop. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Handoff to the lone back. The pirouette on the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's right. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here. Let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And that's a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
Nifty little dance step. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. That's caught. It's Briningstool. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Defense swarming on it. It'll be a turnover.
Yeah, and you You run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. They're trying to get to him, and it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Right place, right time. Linebackers are usually big physical guys you see play the run a lot. Hard to get 2 interceptions in a game. Special player making special plays.
With the 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From the gun. Skips away from pressure. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Pass on the way. It's picked off.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but rode your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
From the gun, running back gets the give.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. No, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Hankerson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads it left. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown tie. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Reed. Working that left side now. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He can just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Makes the grab. It's Waddle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Golden. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw. It's Reed. It's complete. Gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this route. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Shager. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. On the move and looking deep. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. They feed him again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Getting some heat. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking for a man. It's Shager. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Tide with the 1st and 10. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half, with the game tied.
start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses has played well. These offenses are going to have to change something up, protect their quarterback.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT.
Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will give them the lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He's right on target. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Touchdown, Bama! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
You've got to be...
They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Feeling some heat. Finds his man. It's Atkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Keeps the play going. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Big play coming here. The last thing you want to do is squander this type of field position on the opening drive. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got a man, it's Jordan. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is... brings it to an end.
It's amazing in college football. In the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Still looking. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly. And the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No. Well, let's go.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Yeah, bro.
On first down, here comes this offense. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's open. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. Quarterback and receiver now on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Shager. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line.
I didn't even see
he's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
With the run on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown tie. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they're executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
We got a wingback.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. They're bringing heat. Finds him
at the left.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
To the air on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback that you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Harris. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes that Alabama offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Not how I wanted to go, but it was.
Johnson. Finally
had let it go.
Bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Shager. Quarterback doing what he does best. He
oh, my God.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead.
This is going to be a long game.
Hold it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know that...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard
JJ
line.
motherfucking Watt.
Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sideline to keep rebounds. What a 1-yard gain.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide out in motion. Gets it out quickly. They get him down after he makes the catch. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver. But if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
Gets it out fast.
Push him. There we go.
Enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
On the option, he'll pitch it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Dropping back, it's Shager.
Like first down, there you go.
I love the patience by the quarterback on this drive, too. He's not getting greedy. He's not forcing the ball somewhere where it doesn't need to go. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and this offense, therefore, is matriculating down the field.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Cancel on me, tied off. Cancel on 3, tied off 6, 1, 2, 3, cancel. 4, 5, 6, tied.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
There we go. Get ready.
All the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Yeah, we could too. That's all right.
He'll try it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to throw at Shager. Unleashes to the end zone. And he wheels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back.
That should be the next.
I'm gonna go out of town to a trap meet. Watch one, not mine. Finally, first time going undefeated in regular season. Thank God, bro. We beat somebody else. Like I said, when we go against the really good defensive DNs, yeah, cool. I got 84, but yeah, that ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, that kick.
Man, but you already know we gotta buy somebody that I used to go to school with. E.J. Linsky. I got E.J. out here. Yeah, that's crazy. What about Chance? Okay, yeah, I got
Playoffs, that's crazy. All right, we got a bye week. We'll play them when I get back.